Hello friends and adventurers, and welcome back to Sally Cat Plays Exile 3, Ruined World. I'm back in Krizan to report on my progress with the slime plague. I also visited Fort Emergence off-screen, but Anaximander had nothing new to say. Anyway, check it out. When you don't give the guards ample time to run around opening doors and whatnot, you can still find slimes in here. So, how about it, Mayor Arbuckle? How's things going? You report what you found. He shakes his head. You still haven't eliminated the true source of all the slimes. Keep searching. That is true. We have eliminated a source of slimes, but not the original source. Out of my way, Cindy. Thank you. We're gonna have to go searching a bit farther for the original slime source. Also, Pearl has some weapons. Who had the halberd? Stephen has the halberd. I'm gonna trade Pearl's pair of broadswords for that halberd. See if she does any better damage. Let's see, the Iron Spear does 9 damage bonus 2. Simply a pointy bit of stone or metal attached to the end of a long pole. Halberd does, holy crap, 18 base damage, bonus 1 for being bronze. The halberd is the king of the pole weapons. It has a huge axe-like blade at one end, as well as a spike at the tip for stabbing. Halberds are heavy, awkward, and viciously effective. So let's slap that on Pearl and see if it makes her even more of a killing machine. Also, scrolls I picked up from Jordan. Poison and Flame are pretty useless for me. Major Haste and Charm could actually be pretty good. Sell off that Iron Spear too. Piece of paper. Did I register picking that up earlier? Ha. Map. It looks like Jordan drew this out rather hurriedly. Map to Slime Pit. So there's Krizan. Here's a town called Silvar. Then Colchis. Then the Slime Pit. Okay then. Very interesting. So let us explore more eastward. You enter the village of Silvar. Coincidentally, Silvar is the name of one of the largest cities in Exile. Who knows? Perhaps it was founded by a homesick person from here. Well, given that Valorum is the most recently settled region, and Krizan the presumably most recently settled region of Valorum, probably there's yet another Silvar elsewhere that both places are named after. That has happened a few times in human history. The perimeter check for Silvar was very boring, so I'm just cutting that one out. Is that a dog? It's a happy, friendly dog! Perhaps this is the more interesting version of the perimeter check where I check the perimeter inside the town wall. Okay, so basically just people's homes. Towns do tend to have a lot of those. You enter the house and see a woman and her child sitting down to a very meager meal. They are emaciated. Your entrance first terrifies, then angers them. They scream at you to leave, and you comply. Well, that hasn't happened before. Let's leave them alone. Oh no, there's slimes here. Priest is covered with acid. That could be bad. I really don't want the priest to die. Well, at least the slime's dead. Where even is the temple in here? I think it's the fancier building. Temple of the Divine Lucre. That'll do it. Somehow I don't think you were the priest that was killing off the slime just now. But I'll talk to you anyway. This man is fastidiously cleaning, counting, stacking, and restacking several large piles of coins on the top of the altar. The coins are all shapes and sizes, and from all over. The man turns and flashes an unctuous smile. I'm Kilborn. Welcome to the Temple of the Divine Lucre. Information is power. Power costs. I will tell you our philosophy for a single gold, and the services we offer for only 5. Okay, yeah, I can't just ask him about the temple. I have to pay him money. We believe that the making of money helps all of us. Ambition lifts the poor from the gutter, and profit is the surest path to a happy life. Ah, capitalist. And in the endeavors of money-making, we lead by example. It is only fitting that a priest of the faith of monetary gain would be the richest among the flock, is it not? Definitely capitalist. Well, we no longer offer healing, I'm afraid. Not cost-effective. I do, however, have several spells I can teach very efficiently. Despite being the Temple of Making Profits, their prices are pretty average. Light heal all! 'Bout darn time! And now I have 2 gold. That is a problem. But I can finally cast Light heal all! The Fiery Fletcher. Do you have a personality, or are you just a generic town Fletcher? Generic town Fletcher! What you got? Javelins, cavewood bow, iron... I would be very excited for iron arrows if they didn't cost literally 100 times the amount of gold I have at the moment. Will you talk to me? Well, you're a generic sailor. Yeah-huh. Okay, there is another priest here, and they're still alive. Excellent. You meet a priest wandering the streets of the city. He wears rough woolen clothes, which look like they've been worn through muddy swamps from one end of the continent to the other. Only a small wooden ankh marks him as a holy man. So probably not a member of the Church of Divine Lucre. He extends a calloused hand to you. I am Gardner. He fingers his ankh. I've been wandering the lands, trying to help people deal with the monsters that plague us. I was up near Sharamik and Lorelei recently, until I heard this province was getting very little help from the Empire, so I came here. I've walked many miles. 2 major cities in the middle of the continent of Valorum. They've been attacked by wave upon wave of humanoids, giants and troglodytes. 'Tis a deadly area to visit. Giants we know about, but troglodytes? In my wanderings, I have heard the slimes attacking Krizan are actually rather benign, aside from, the whole eating farmland bit. Some cities have been attacked by giants, others by troglodytes. I have heard rumors of golems and bizarre furred beasts. Most unnerving of all, Shader has encountered a truly bizarre horror. Shader has been attacked by waves of gigantic cockroaches. He shudders. Hard to believe. Another locked door. Whatever shall I do? It looks like the slime slipped inside this house somehow. The results weren't pretty. Everything is covered with slime and decaying. Hello? Okay, that's 1 point against the halberd for now. Oh, come on. You see a skeleton, perfectly cleaned of flesh. This may be the remains of the house's owner. Okay, so when Pearl does max damage with the halberd, that is actually quite good. I'm thinking maybe that I might want to switch her back to twin swords later on, once I get another pair of swords. Nothing in the bookshelf. Oh, that was a bit distressing. I wonder if the crystal's anything good. Silvar snacks. With the requisite generic provisioner. And another Mary! This one sells scrolls. These towns are not going to fill up a whole update if I keep running into generic NPCs that I don't have to read dialogue for. Okay, looks like someone forgot to fill those storerooms. Don't worry, I'll put the book back. Weaponry of the Realm, we've read this one. The innkeeper is a rotund woman with long dark hair. She's reading a book when you approach the bar. You have to clear your throat to get her attention. I'm Kelda. Welcome to my inn. Not too much. Not much business, what with all the slimes. I'll give you a good room for only 3 gold, and wine for 1. I can actually afford the wine. You buy several glasses of thin, watered-down wine. There's no wine in Exile, so even this is interesting. Ever since the slime started appearing, it's been nothing but constant attacks. Oh well, at least we didn't end up like Colchis. The poor village was only 20 miles to the east. I say was, they were hit by even more slime attacks than us. The humans abandoned the place, and the slimes took over. Nothing but ruins there now. Wow. Not sure why they got more attacked than us. One thing I've heard, though, the farther west from here you go, the less slimes there are. Possibly because the source of slimes is to the east. And I cannot ask her about the book she's reading. This man's plate armor, vicious greatsword, and epic muscles mark him as one not to be trifled with. Markings on his breastplate mark him as an Empire dervish, a member of the Empire's elite shock troops. I am Vorgar. He looks at you with suspicion. I have been placed here to fend off the slimes. It is one of my easier assignments. They wanted to send 2 dervishes. I told them that would be overreacting. At any rate, there are few of us in Krizan. He grunts. The Empire has placed little of its strength in Krizan. I know not why, but it is not my place to question the wisdom of my benevolent masters. He frowns. I served in Exile. I was part of a unit that was ambushed by a Vanatai and Worm patrol. Worms were what the Empire troops called the Exiles. I think maybe I'll save before I keep talking to him. Only I and 1 other survived. The Vanatai even slew the wounded. I made an oath. When all this business with the slimes is done, I will go back down there, alone or with others, and all you worms will pay. Count on it. He clearly recognizes you as exiles. Considering the paleness of your skin, it's not too surprising. Oh good, he didn't attack me right out. Well, that is all for Silvar. And I probably should go on to Colchis, but there is another place I've been neglecting nearby. And now that I'm almost completely out of money, it may be useful to go exterminate some unicorns. I think I read this already. This vale is filled with shedded, rapidly crumbling unicorn horns. The rocks have bits of dark fur on them where the beasts rubbed against them. In the distance, you think you can see protruding horns and many eyes watching you carefully. Garnet, light! Hi, nice ponies. Or maybe not. Oh, right, with the poison. And I can pick up some unicorn horns! The unicorns have etched a crude but recognizable drawing in this wall with their horns. A bunch of slimes devouring a bunch of humans, while a band of unicorns watch in the distance. These creatures are not nearly as mindless as people think. Still surprisingly murderous, though. Even when we are not intruding on their territory. I should probably cure that. So Garnet is doing more than twice as much damage as Peridot with the same spell. Behold the benefits of higher intelligence and also the magically apt trait. Actually, let me examine these unicorn horns. You removed this horn from the head of a dead unicorn. Unicorns are fierce, annoying pests, and people hereabouts will be pleased at the evidence of your killing one of them. Has an ability of can be sold for money. I want to be careful not to pick up extra rocks that I don't need. Is it worth fireballing you? Also, have I scryed any unicorns? I should check that. Why is this not in alphabetical order? That would be helpful. Okay, I don't see unicorn on here. Peridot, do the thing! There we go, now it is definitely in my bestiary. And I am slowly improving Peridot's stats, but she's still just not a very good mage. Already almost out of spell points. Throwing weapons, on the other hand. The air flowing from the east is very hot and muggy, and has a distinct sulphurous smell. Sounds like an area I should maybe leave to last. You know what? Oh, I don't have flame arrows. Those unicorn horns are getting kinda heavy. Special dot. This is interesting. In this corner, the unicorns have etched a variety of crude cave drawings in the stone with their horns. There's nothing too elaborate. Mainly crude stick drawings of unicorns and humans and trees. However, this sign of intelligence in creatures generally regarded as mindless animal pests is rather surprising. Hi. Wow. It looks like that secret passage was entirely pointless. Yep, can't carry any more on Steven. Oh, maybe not so pointless if this was in the way. Haha. I didn't even see that approaching. Also, I should try Smite out more at some point. But right now, Wound will do just fine. Hooray for ranged attacks. Okay, so that's a full circumnavigation. Okay, so Smite is a multi-target spell. That's useful. If only it would do reasonable damage. See? Like that. Pearl knows how to get things dead. The air flowing from the east is very hot and muggy and has a distinct sulphurous smell. Okay, so there are 2 passages into the inner sanctum, which seems like it is hot and full of lava, perhaps. You reach the center of the unicorn nest and are greeted with a sight which is clearly and shockingly unnatural. The rock floor to the north is molten and glows red hot. In a cave such as this, far from any volcano, this should not be happening. This cave is obviously regarded with great reverence by the unicorns. They have etched elaborate designs and pictographs over every non-molten square inch of stone. The heat is oppressive, and the sulfur smell makes you feel faint. They also seem to be leaving a whole bunch of horns here. Oh, Garnet has a cursed shield. Well, that's not good, is it? The unicorns can have that. This obelisk is clearly ancient. The highly worn runes carved into its surface are completely unrecognizable to you. And apparently not the simple pictograms carved by the unicorns. So this is a magical lava cave. Now, if I was another adventuring group, I might say that this cave should be respected, and the unicorns who worship it as well. But I need money. I don't think I have Firewalk. I certainly don't, because that's a level 4 spell. Let's make a quick backup save. And I can do the classic strategy. Well, no, wait. First, we do the smart thing and look for secret passages so I don't have to walk through lava. Then I can do the silly thing. Every game gives me a new sound effect for walking on lava. So, deplete health. Cast Light Heal All. Repeat as needed. Is this a good idea? Probably not. Oh, that is a lot of damage, and I have no fire resistance. With difficulty, you reach the far end of the pool of lava. As you suspected, there is indeed something interesting there. You find a bubble of lava, 4 feet high, at the bottom of a small fumarole. Instead of popping, as you would expect, it sits perfectly still and stable. However, it would be an easy matter to pop it with a weapon. Do you? You stab the bubble with one of your weapons, and it immediately deflates. As it shrinks, a cloud of thick black gas rises from it and floats to the southern shore of the lava pool. Once there, it solidifies. One moment there was a cloud of gas. The next, a large, jubilant demon. "I'm free! At last, I'm free!" It howls. Then it sees you. The sight of you makes it drool with hunger. After its long imprisonment, gratitude is an idea foreign to it. Well, I don't think I'm in any shape to be fighting off a full-fledged demon here. Maybe I need to remember this for later when I get 4th level priest spells. I'll be leaving now. Once I dispatch the unicorns that are still in my way. So, are these unicorns demon worshippers? Possibly. Now to sell off our booty, whether ill-gotten or justly. Apparently I had 41 horns, and now I have 411 gold. Very nice. And now, back on to the main plot mission of the game. Right after I see what more spells I can get. First off, let me check what Stephen is missing. I already have Restore Mind and Smite, I think, from Paulo. Actually, maybe I should hold out for Move Mountains. That one does tend to be pretty useful early on. And late game. Never mind. Unfortunately, this sign was made of wood. Slimes have eaten away most of it. This is an all too familiar sight. It was a large, successful collection of farms until the slimes got to them. Now it's wreckage and ruin. Not even the slimes found it worthwhile to stay here. Mrr. And the real feature of the area, Colchis Ruins. Bleh. And Firebolt. Sorry, Amethyst. Oh, hey, food that is still edible? Sure, why not? A space with no obvious entrance. Curious. This room is just plain odd. First, it's strange that the stable has a secret room in it, and that it's in perfect condition. Second, the walls are completely new, and have a strange, waxy feeling to them. The floor has marble tiles. Bizarre. Yeah, you really wouldn't expect that from a stable. Oh, darn, there's supposed to be someone in here. I don't know if it's time sensitive, though. A somewhat more interesting perimeter check when I get to kill off some slimes every few steps. The slimes are really spoiling me with how hittable they are. And how they go down in one hit most of the time. course, there's nothing on that bookshelf. Slimes ate it all. Oh, that's a bunch of them. Kaboom! And this chest has 12 gold and some crappy stone weapons. Blah. Not sure if darts are necessarily going to be worth picking up. I have been finding more iron darts and actually doing some damage with them. As opposed to Exile 1, where darts were basically useless. There you are. Okay. The sign has been burned away. Most likely this used to be a barracks. Former blacksmith shop. Stone spear. Hardly worth picking it up to sell. Somewhat interesting that the anvil is still here. You're not the one who's supposed to be here. Well, I do know that Colchis has slightly more to offer besides being a distressing sign of what the slimes can do to a place given enough time. So let me do a little bit of fiddling off screen and see if I can pull that up for you. Okay, so I've done some digging with my backup save, and I've discovered that if you don't make it to Colchis before day 20 or so, this ghost does not show up. Not only that, but when he is here, you have to be a little bit careful to make sure he doesn't get eaten by slimes before you can get to him. This spirit seems to be struggling to remain in this place. It wavers and warps, and is so unstable you can't tell anything about its shape. Not important. Must help you. The words are a whisper. It is clearly struggling to form them. Help you. Its speech trickles out, one pained word after another. Your foes are strong.
And you are the only force up here to battle them. I wish to give aid, but can do little. I made this room to wait for you. I have found gifts.
So I think the only word here he will respond to is gifts. It wavers.
2 things are hidden in this ruin. One in the pillar, one in the anvil.
You take note of this.
They can make one of you an avatar against the slime. Now I must depart, before I am discovered.
He tries to say something else, but fades away. You are left alone in the room. So pillar and anvil. There is a pillar here. You take the ghost's advice and inspect the pillar closely. Sure enough, there's a small compartment at the base. You pry it open and find a necklace. Now how about that anvil? You notice that the floor under this anvil is slightly depressed, as if there's an open space underneath. You shift the anvil, and sure enough, there's an opening. You peek inside and see a shiny helmet. Well then. And it looks like I need to go back to Krizan to get these identified. Okay, so the items I've picked up are in fact a basic necklace and Helm of Alertness. The basic necklace is not just simple jewelry, it protects from acid. It's hard to imagine feeling proud of being seen wearing this necklace. It is several braided leather thongs, with a variety of small bones, bits of skin, and a semi-precious stone hanging from it. I think that might be the same description that the Fang necklace has, actually. Helm of Alertness keeps user awake. This is a modestly sized but beautifully made helmet. It looks brand new. Polished, unscratched metal with fine chainmail mesh dropping down behind. And what's really nice is it gives 4 defense, bonus 1, and no encumbrance. Shame I had to cheat to get that one. But since I would like to avoid cheating in this game unless I really have to, I'm going to go back to my regular save file on day 35-ish for the next episode. Have a good one, everybody.